Let's just put starting now. Uh, ba, 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 ba. Right. Okay. Well, what we'll do for those who are here, thank you. Just put this together, and this is actually a very, very, very good example of why people phone me and say, "Oh, I didn't know this," or "I didn't know that," or "I didn't know the other." And the answer is, and this is what I've started doing recently. Well, I'd love to help you, but we covered that on Thursday. If you'd been there, you'd have known the answers. And so for many people, they won't join, and then they won't get the answers, and then they won't hit the bonus, and then they will be feeling down. And that's just the way it is. So I'm being pretty brutal with people and just saying, if you treat this like a business that you'd spent £100,000 on, it will pay you much better than if you treat it like something that you just spent a tenner on. So there we are, and there's the brutal reality. But for those who've joined us, thank you. Um, you didn't get to hear the music, but I was singing and dancing to it. We're going to do some recognition in a minute. Just recognize those people who've joined, those people who've promoted, and by goodness, what a start to the year for the team. Also, we're going to look at bonuses. We're going to talk briefly about how we get paid. Um, Primarily, most people will know, but then I should say many people will know, but many won't because they've just joined. And it's, one of the most important things when you join is, hey, by the way, when do I get paid? How do I get paid? And if you don't join these things and you don't look up the answers, then you're going to be walking about in the dark. We're going to look at the services. We're going to look at how to get annual usage. So if you've got your phones with you tonight, I'm going to ask you to make sure you've got the app, the partner app with you. And I'm going to show you how you get, because it's a great little tool that I was helping somebody with last night and again today, and they didn't know their usage. And it was great for doing that. The importance of training and events and supporting your team. So, ABC, the basics. Firstly, welcome to those people who have joined us. You may see your name on there tonight. And if you have, then fantastic. Welcome to UW. And for many of you, to the Achievers Group or to the Champions Group for some people here tonight as well. And do you know something? I've been making a lot of calls around new people and
Hello.
just oh, somebody want to just pop themselves on mute there. I've been making lots of calls around to people who have just literally just joined. So hopefully you'll see your name on there if you've joined. The most recent people, I've started to get a little bit clever and do it in order. So the Jennifer and Michael, I spoke to them. Michael today. Avi joined today, Friday. Francis just a couple of days ago, and so on. So welcome to all of those people if your name's on there. And try and get the basics right in your business. What I mean by that is, if you get the basics right, the simple things right, everything else, and I'll repeat this every week, by the way, but don't think, oh, I've heard that before. Think, I need to get my team on to hear that for the first time, because that's where the magic is. What you do for yourself is wonderful. What you do for the greater good for the rest of your team is magic, and that's where it is. So there we are. That's all the new people that have joined this month. Well, the last 4 weeks, I should say. And for those people who have joined and been promoted, now I've added a couple of little asterisks and double asterisks in there because there's a lot of people. Now, you look at these bonuses we're going to talk about, where you can earn in your first 30 days. I used to make the mistake of limiting people almost because I said you can earn a £500 bonus in your first 30 days. But there are 5 or 6 people in the team this month who have actually earned not just their 500, but the next 200 as well. So in their first 3 weeks, they've actually earned in bonuses alone 700 quid. So that is really, really impressive. So well done to all the people who have hit QD, qualified distributor. So you can see all the names there. And if they've got one asterisk next to them, they've actually gone not just QD, but QD star. And QD star is where the magic starts for me. This is a masterstroke by the company, because not only to get there, you've got to find
Can
6 of
somebody
your own.
turn their telly down, please? Somebody's got
Okay,
their
sorry, I
telly
couldn't
on the
hear that.
radio in the background.
All
It's
right.
really coming through loud.
Yeah,
You've got your TV
if
on.
someone
Can you
can
please turn
mute
it
yourself.
down?
So there we are. So QD star is where you've got 6 customers yourself, but to get to that level, you need to also, I'm going to see if I can mute anybody. You need to also help at least one person join your team and get a customer of their own. So there we are. Now let me just mute that person there, and better not mute myself for now. There we go. Just muting a couple of people who are not muted just yet, just so there's no background noise for everybody. I think that's everybody. So getting to QD star, well done. There's been a few people, and SQD, and then future team leader. There have been some great promotions. 3 promotions in 1 month is pretty special. So well done. And we celebrate. We really do celebrate and congratulate you on that. Recognition is so important. Many people have got a job and they just never even get a thank you. Right? Never even get a thank you. So this is just for the new people again. Getting started. When you get started, I expect you to do that training within 24, 48 hours. Absolutely, why not? If you paid 10 grand to start this business, you would have done so. If you paid 100 grand, you'd definitely have done. Don't think of it like you only spent £10. Get that training done so you understand what you're involved with, and then start booking a fast start plan with whoever's brought you in. A couple of things that I would definitely recommend for people for mindset, understanding what you're getting started with, is on the partner portal, you can book Launch Your UW Business. It's a short training. There's some 30, 60, and 90-minute trainings, and they're under live training and events. They're called Insights. And the second one, we are not about, by the way, we are not about just energy or just mobile. We're multi-service providers. So get booked on the training called Getting Multi-Service Customers so you understand why. And then don't hesitate. Start booking some appointments with your supporting partner. And if you haven't got one, reach out and we'll find out who your nearest team leader is as well. So that's about getting started. This is something that if you haven't got this graphic, I would encourage you to message me or message your team leader and find out where you've got it, because this is going to show you how you can get the bonuses and what you need to do. All right. There is no excuse. You cannot blame anybody or get disappointed if you don't seek out the answers by asking the questions. There is only one person to blame, nobody else. It's the person staring back at you in the mirror. So make sure you get these answers. And that graphic is a really good one. I'm going to show you something else later as well that's really handy for you to have. And I'm happy if anybody messages me later. The graphic I'm going to show you, I'll send to you. So let's knuckle down here a minute. We do multi-services all on one bill. Don't sell us just on price. You're missing the point. It's not just we can do cheap energy. I don't even like the word cheap. Lowest cost, yes. Good value, yes. Cheap sounds nasty. Energy, we do electric and gas. Now, let me pause on that one a minute. Let's talk about the meters, because there's a lot of new people joining and you need to understand the basics of the meters. If you're talking to someone and they tell you that the way they charge their meter or top up their meter is by, on the electric one, they push a key into it, or in the gas one, they slide a card into it, then if that's what they do, that will work no other way. They cannot be in a direct debit, not because we don't want to, but that meter will not work any other way. It's a bit like a diesel car. You cannot put petrol in it. Well, you can, but it would mess the engine up. So if it's a key and a card meter, then it's a prepaid meter. If it's anything else, get them straight onto a direct debit. It's the best tariff and bundled with everything else. It's incredible. Little tip that I've done from day one that really will help you is just ask the person you've joined to take a quick snap, a photograph of the front of the meter showing the reading when they sign up. It's that day or the next day, and send it to you. Now you've got evidence we've got the right meter. All right. That will help a lot of people, that one. So energy, nice and simple, but getting rid of all the little things that might go wrong. We like to not do a good service. Anyone could do good. We provide a great service. Home phone and broadband. Well, more and more people are not using a home phone, but to have broadband, if it's the Ultra or Ultra Plus, you will have a phone line coming in where you plug your router into. Now, you may not use the phone, and that's fine, but you can't do without it. So that's what we do, and we've got a number of packages. So we've got the Ultra, we've got the Ultra Plus, some great deals on them, and we've also got super fast fiber, 100 and 500. Okay, that's great. Routers and Eros, if you're unsure about what these things are, ask the person that's brought you in, and they can ask the person who brought them in if they don't know. Broadband is so important to people. It's really crucial. Now, mobile SIMs. We've got some brand new tariffs and incredible tariffs for super fast 5G on our unlimited new package. We have the cheapest unlimited multi-SIM deal in the UK, period. So if someone's taking one of the unlimited SIM cards, it's super fast 5G if that's available in your area, and it's just £23 for the first one. But any additional second, third, and fourth are only £16. And that gives you unlimited calls, texts, and data. You can also use it anywhere in the EEC, all right, or the old EEC. We also have the essential one, which just had a wee upgrade to it. So that will be £13 a month. You get unlimited calls and texts in the UK and in Europe. And you also get 8 gigabytes now of data. So that's great for people who don't really use a lot of data. We also do handsets. Just to be clear, we do supply handsets for our customers only. All right. So if you need the link, again, message me, message the person that introduced you, and we'll cover that and we'll show you where to find them. All right. So that's that for you. Mobile insurance policies. Boiler and home cover. If someone owns their home, their landlord will take care of that if they're a tenant. And we also offer income protection as well. All right. So those are the services. Any 2 or 3 or 4 of those services, but not just one. We don't just do energy. We don't just do SIM cards. Now, do we do broadband on its own? Technically, yes. But let me ask you a question. Why would you sign up someone, a friend that you know, for broadband and not bring over their energy when we have the cheapest energy in the UK? To me, that's just called lazy and bonkers. I'll just say it as it is. Why would you not, right? Why would you not? So there we go. That's our services. Now, this little thing I sent out on the group the other day, but this is a great little kind of step-by-step guide to show people what they do in the beginning as they get started. Nice one sheet, and it shows you how much you get paid for a tenant, for one service, or for 2, 3, and 4 services, and the same for a homeowner. And it shows you at the bottom what you need to do for bonuses. I'll not labor on that one just now, but I'm going to send that one out to anyone who messages me afterwards. As I said there, we're not about energy. By the way, if you sign up someone, and again, I'm going to call this lazy because you're not putting any effort in to encourage somebody to take the multi-services. But if you sign up someone for energy only prepayment, it doesn't count as a customer. It just doesn't. There's nothing in it. There's no gain for anyone. So I wouldn't waste your now. Don't think that if you somebody said to me yesterday, so what's the point of signing somebody up for just energy only? Well, listen, if all they can take at that time is energy only on prepay, it's not going to count as a customer. It's not going to be of a great financial gain to you, but take them on anyway. Why? Well, here's why. Because who knows what comes later. Later on, they may add their broadband. Later on, they may add a mobile. Actually, they might have a friend and recommend a friend. So never refuse someone. Just explain that there's not as good benefits by just taking prepay. And if it's a smart meter, it shouldn't be on prepay anyway. If it's not a key and a card meter, it should not be on prepay. Even if they were prepay with a previous customer, previous company, it still will be a credit one with us. All right. So that's that. Now, just for your confidence, we're the UK's fastest growing brand. Now, let me repeat that again for the new people. You have just got involved with a multi-billion pound company listed on the London Stock Exchange, and we are the UK's fastest growing brand right now. All the big brands you see out there, you see Sky TV and you see, I don't know, Virgin and you see Bank of Scotland, and all these companies, we're faster than any of them at the moment growing. It's incredible. Try to remove from your language words like sell and convince. We don't have to sell anybody. They've already got these services. We're offering options. We're going to help them to save money, to get a better deal, get it all packaged together. So it's about helping people, not selling. And you can't convince. Listen, I'll put it in blunt terms. If you're talking to an idiot, you can't convince them no matter what you say. All right. We show people how to get a better deal. If they see that, that's wonderful. If they don't see it, it's a no for now, a yes for later. Maybe they'll come round. Now, have posture in what you're doing. Remember remember that cashback card. The cashback card, if you've got one, make sure that you use it as well. It's not going to do any good gathering dust in your wallet. And above all, we give great service, and that comes down to you. All right. Oh, sorry, let's see who's there. We are. If you just mute yourself, thank you. So now we said if you've got a customer and let's say that you are potentially going to bring them on board, get them registered as a customer, and they don't know how much they use. All right. There's a great new tool let me move that bar out of the way there. There's a great new tool, and I don't know if this is going to work on here. Let's see. I'm going to pop that back to the beginning. I'm going to stop my share for a moment. And right, what I'm going to do, could I ask someone who's handy? Sarah, you're amazing with paperwork. Could you do me a favor? Grab a pen and paper. Can you just take a note of the names of all the people that are on tonight? Because I want to make sure the people who have made the effort to come on get something afterwards. All right?
Yeah, of course.
If you don't mind. Yeah, my new PA there. Thanks a lot. Now, what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try. Now, remember, I'm approaching 60. I'm not great with technology, and a lot of you guys are great with IT. I'm going to share and I'm going to try and show you something. Now, if you've got your mobile phone there and you've got the UW partner app, you might be able to work this out as we go through. Now, I'm going to go quiet and I'm going to try and share my screen with sound. There's a little video. All right, let's go. Let's hope this works. Let's do that. Now, let's have a look. It will take a few seconds to kick in. And hopefully it's going to load up any second now. Where did the mouse go?
One of the new systems I love on the app. When just a quick video to show one of the new systems I love on the app. When you go to visit a customer, one of the biggest bugbears is not knowing annual consumption. Our tech team have put this together though, and they actually tap into the national database which records the consumption of every user in the land. So when you open up the app, this is what you see. And if you click on the home page, in the top left corner, add potential customer. Now I'm going to see somebody very soon. I'm going to put in a fake name. We'll just put in John Smith. And what I found is adding the address here at the moment, there's a wee glitch in the system. So just click on continue, and that has created a profile for that for John Smith. If we look at John Smith's profile, and then add address here. So we'll just put in a fictitious address, and we'll give him door number 70. So we've got this address here. Now, the system is working in the background to collate all the information we need. Once you've got them in the system, you can go to profiles, and John Smith's been added here, okay? But here's a couple added, well, one this morning. And if you click on services and then electricity, you can see the annual consumption there. And then on gas, annual consumption there. If we go back, by this time, let's see what's happened to John Smith. Services, electricity, and John Smith's consumption is massive, but really decent for gas. That's a really good hack to have information before you meet a customer. Forewarned is forearmed. So go to your appointments forewarned, have the information ready in your notepad before you sit down. Have a great day.
There you go. Hopefully you can now hear me again, but hopefully you found you understood that. If you don't, I'm happy to go through that with anyone. It has really, really been very helpful the last couple of days. So that is a really, really helpful tool. Now, let me just share this screen again, and let's go back here. Let's click that, and we'll carry on with that. So hopefully,
Hi everyone, just a quick video to show one of the new
give me a
systems I
minute.
love on.
Let's get rid of that one. It was doing a day. So, okay, hopefully you can hear me back now, and that video is finished. Now, that shows you how you can get someone's annual usage, which means you're now giving them an accurate quote. It will stop all the estimated bills. So that's a lot of things about the services. Now, pretty much time to wrap up very soon, and I want to keep it just around the 35 minutes. But for the people who've joined again, and this is always going to be about the people who joined and about recognition, because it's all about the basics. For those people who are listening tonight, if you've got a pen and paper, which I hope you always come to a training with a pen and paper anyway to take notes. I think I heard a certain man last week repeating those immortal words: a short pen is better than a long memory. And the magic of taking notes, and this is scientifically proven, is that you can actually read the notes later on and tomorrow. So there you go. Now, imagine this: you've just got started your business, or you're already on that journey, and you are thinking, I don't know hundreds of people, but how can I end up with an organization of hundreds and thousands of people? Well, here's the magic for you. You want to find 5 key people who want to make money, just like you. 5 key people. Now, listen, I know you're thinking you can find 10, 20, and 100. And some of you are finding loads of them in their first couple of weeks. And I applaud that. But let's just imagine, for easy numbers, for Mike, that you can find 5. Now, if you write your name at the top of that piece of paper, and then underneath it, write the number 5, that's the 5 people you're going to help to build an income. Now, next step, we're going to get to QD Star and beyond. What we're going to do is we're going to help these 5 people to find 5 each. So if 5 people find 5 partners each, 5 times 5 is 25. So now you've got 5, and you've got 5 each is 25. If 25 find 5 each, that's another 125. And if 125 people find just 5 each, then that is going to be 625. Now, if you add all that together, 625, 125, 25, 5, you've got 780 partners in your group. Now, if each of them just found 10 customers over a period of time, 10 customers, 780 partners. You simply add the 0 one, don't you? You've now got a team of 7,800 customers in your team. And even if you only got a royalty every month of 30 pence on each one, and these days it's more than that, by the way, little clue, that would give you £2,340 a month royalty income. Now, again, if you message me afterwards, I'll send you this if you haven't got it. But that is the magic. Yes, it's exciting going and helping people to get new customers. Do that. Do that. Help as many people, but encourage them to also become partners and to then grow, because they know lots of people that you don't know. So I would definitely say, get the customer, help them to become a partner. And using these numbers, you will see your team grow. I remember getting started, and Karen is on the call as well, and Addy, and there's lots of people on here tonight that came in. And, I remember getting my first customer. And he gave me 4 referrals. But I couldn't see how I could end up with a team of 20 people, because at the time, that was my first one, right? So I couldn't see that. But here we are with well over 1,000 customers now. And I'm thinking, wow, how did that happen? Well, here's the good news. I didn't have to do it all myself. We've all done it collectively as a team. So well done. So it's all about the numbers. And as we wrap up tonight on time, let me say, commit to coming back every Thursday. Make this important enough for you and for your future and for your team. Don't come alone. Bring your team with you. If you haven't got a team, here's a challenge for you. Go find one person and bring them with you next week as a new partner. Because if you do that, you've just doubled your business. Celebrate everyone's successes on the Achievers Group in the morning. I'm up at 5, and by I've done my reading, and by 6 o'clock, I'm going through, seeing who's been promoted, messaging people, dropping little messages. Welcome, well done, well done. Great to see you being promoted. I do these little voice messages every morning. Hopefully I don't wake too many people up, but I do them at that time in the morning. But celebrate, congratulate other people, welcome other people when they join, just like they did when you joined. Learn more and earn more. That is just how this business works. But the basics is what it's all about. And here's something that Jim Rohn, my mentor, says: work harder on yourself than you do on your job. Understand the benefit of personal development. Have a plan to be a little bit better today than you were yesterday. It might only be 1%, but 1% better every day. At the end of the year, you're going to be a totally different person. Totally different person. So bring one person with you next year as well. But most importantly, we all learn more and we earn more. So hopefully that has been of some kind of help. And I'm going to whiz back for those people who didn't manage to join us at the beginning. And I'm just going to leave this up for a second for all the new people who joined in the last 4 or 5 weeks. Your names are on there. We want to thank you for coming and joining it and for helping us to grow this organization. We're about to break through the 1 million customer barrier any week now. It's exciting. There's going to be some massive celebrations, and also there's a lot of people being promoted as well. Now, it wouldn't be right for me not to do this, so I'm going to tell you right now, if you've got that pen and paper in your hand, write this date down. Don't just write it down and put it down somewhere. At the end of this call, if you have not booked your ticket for Power Up, our annual conference in Telford, don't worry where it is just now. Book the ticket first. We'll sort out how you get in there. We'll arrange, somebody will give you a lift. We've got thousands. There's going to be between 5,000 and 8,000 people there. So we'll get you a lift. We'll find a way to get you there. But commit by buying your ticket. And I guarantee, here's a promise to each and every one of you that the top earner gave, and I will give to you. If you go to this event and it doesn't absolutely blow your mind and you get benefit from it, I will refund the cost of your ticket going there. I guarantee that. I won't have to because I know it can be life-changing. Now, I'm going to come out of that there. Let me stop the share because we're just about out of time. And I can see lots of great people. Shirley, great to see you. Hello. I want you all to come to Power Up because I'm a big soft guy. Adishola, you are there too. Hope you're getting better. I want you all to come for two reasons. One reason is for you, because it will change your life. It will open your mind, your perspective. But second one, I'm a really selfish person at times, and I want to give you a hug because I'm just a big hugger, right? But get along there. Will Saturday, the 20th of April. All right. Now, Tony, I see you're on. Shinedu, hello. Abby and Francesca and Alamipo. I'm getting good with your names, guys. Well, let me tell you, Michael is on for the first time tonight, Santas. Thank you. Nazma's on the call, and Nazma has, in the last couple of weeks, brought in 6 new partners. Well done to you. Going to be talking to Nazma. Oh, sorry. I think Florence is your microphone on, I think. Olawale, doing great. Omalara, good to see you on as well. Addy is here. Karen, definitely here. I'm going to come to you in a minute, Karen. Give me a thumbs up if you can talk, Karen. Or yeah, you can do. Francisca, don't want to miss out you. Trendy. By the way, what a great name. And if you see the man is a tailor, is that what you call designs clothes? I've looked at some of your stuff, mate. Unbelievable. I need to lose weight and maybe get you to make me a suit. And Tanula, all the way from the Isle of Skye, is on. So welcome. Hopefully, I've not missed anybody. I think I might have, but forgive me. But Karen, can I ask you very briefly if you can unmute? Karen, we don't want to run over time, but quick 30 seconds, 60 seconds. Tell us why everyone must be at the big event Power Up.
Oh, right. Okay. Power Up. Yeah. So it changes people's mindsets. I mean, there's a lady in the business called Harley Ray Watts who you might have seen on one of your stories. And she was virtually dragged by Dan Holmes, who's now SGL, kicking and screaming. Didn't think she'd like it. And I think she went there with about 6 customers and she's now STL. And that's in 18 months of joining the business. So it changes your mindset. And I know quite a few in our teams have had that happen to them. But you can listen to Mike say stuff on this call every week. You can listen to people at your local buzz. You can listen to people on podcasts, but nothing, you don't know when something's going to resonate with you. And if you're not in that room, hearing it second or third hand from myself, Mike, Sarah, Stuart, whoever else, or Addy, it doesn't have the same ring. So you just owe it to your future self. It's one day out your lives. No excuses, folks. Just get it booked. You've got a choice of Saturday or Sunday. It's slightly cheaper on the Sunday. So do what suits you. You've got plenty of time to sort your childcare and everything else, or your dog care. Just do it. In our JOBs, we have to go to events. Okay, they might not be at weekends, but if you work in a shop or something like that, weekend work is included. So do yourself a favour, book it, and as Mike said earlier, worry about how you're going to get there later. And you know what? If the heavens open and your house is falling down and you can't go, it'll be a sellout anyway. So somebody else will have the ticket off you. Don't ever worry about that because you've seen how many people have joined, and that's primarily Mike's team because we didn't add ours in. So the amount of people joining these 2 teams in less than a month is phenomenal. You're looking at 50 odd people every month. So there's going to be loads of them that join this month of March and won't be able to get a ticket. So just get your ticket, get it bought, and let it speak for itself. And then make sure you take some team with you to the next event at the end of the year in September.
Totally agree with every
word
of that.
Inspiration for it.
And listen, there are a number of people on here who, by the time we get to Power Up Saturday the 20th, I'm saying Saturday the 20th, you can go on the Sunday, but generally our team goes on the Saturday. But if you can't, definitely book the Sunday anyway. But there's a number of people who will be walking across that stage, new team leaders. They'll be standing up, get recognized for being QD star, SQD, future team leader, STL, all the different levels. Now go to celebrate you, but go to celebrate the people around you. It's an event. We are a team. We are a family. Ololade, sorry, I didn't see your picture there, but yeah, great to see you on, and Chinedu as well. Chinedu, listen, there are a number of people. Chinedu certainly one of them. Princess, I think she might be working, but I'm not sure if I saw her on. And we've got Adishola as well. These people haven't just been promoted once, and Olawale as well with Omalara, not just once, twice, and some of them 3 times have been promoted in the last month. These are the people. If you don't know what they're doing, ask them. Ask them. Just ask. What success is asking someone, "What are you doing? Show me how to do that. I'll do that." And Addy, I've got some great news for you guys. Next week, you must. In fact, this is not this is not a request. I'm telling you, you have to be here next Thursday because Addy and Mubu, who've got the fastest growing team within her group, are going to be speaking next week and telling you a few secrets of how they've done it. Would you want to know how to have the fastest growing part of a team? They were actually featured in the top 10 fastest growing teams for supporting last month. And I suspect this month as well. Success leaves clues. Okay. Excuse me, I always get excited because I genuinely love this. I love the fact that you've given up your time, that you've come on tonight. I thank you for that. I don't take it lightly. I will be here whether there's one person arrives or whether we have hundreds of people arrive. I don't mind. And I'm quite happy to upgrade this to the next level if we need 1,000 spaces on here. We will do this because we want to help you succeed. The only way I can succeed is by helping the next person. And it's the same for you. And if you think it doesn't make a difference, I'm going to leave you with one of my favorite stories. It will take me 60 seconds, and it goes like this. There was a gentleman, a little old man, standing on a beach one day, and the beach was covered in starfish. And he thought, oh my goodness, the tide has gone out. So he picked up one of the starfish and he threw it into the water. And then he picked up another one and he threw it into the water. And he kept doing this and throwing it into the water. And the little boy, innocent little boy, came along and he watched him for a moment. And he said to the man, he said, listen, silly old man, why are you bothering? There's millions of starfish in here. And I mean, you're never going to make a difference, right? You might get a few, but you're never going to make a difference. And the old man looked at him as a wise man would do. And he picked up one more starfish and he threw it with all his might back into the water. And he looked the little boy right in the eye. He said, I certainly made a difference to that one's life. And that is the gift that I believe that we have to give to other people. You can make a change in one person's life at a time. Here's a tip that on the bottom of my emails, it says on every email. Actually, I don't use much email, but on the bottom of it says, make a difference in someone's life. Firstly, start with yours. Make a difference in your life. Improve it for you, for your family. Get into personal development. Understand. Write this name down, Jim Rohn, Rohn. Study this man. You'll learn so much. Anyway, I could go on all night, but I won't. I want to thank you all for coming tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. If you have any questions, there's only one silly question. It's the one you didn't ask. So please make sure you get any questions asked. And hey, we're going to see you on Thursday of next week. It's 8:30 and we'll be right back here. And guess what, folks? Yes, you lovely people, it's the day after Valentine's Day. So I hope that you all have a wonderful Valentine's Day next Wednesday and you don't get too loved up that you don't come back here and see us on the Thursday night because we love you too. All right. Listen, thank you very much, Florence. Good to see you there, and Monica too, and Cynthia joining us. So thank you very much indeed. Have yourself a wonderful night.